So,
All,
Logan, would you tell me the balloons tower defense lore? Like, what are the monkeys doing?
all right. So I went into this freaking brain blast a couple days ago when playing Bloons Tower Defense Battles on my phone, and I didn't realize how utterly insane and how deep the lore is for the Bloons Tower Defense just universe. So the monkeys, the funny monkeys, you know, they're just hanging out. They're popping balloons, and everybody's like, "Awesome! That's so much fun! I'm gonna spend $30,000 to get all the cool, funny monkey skins." But what nobody thinks about is what the fuck are the balloons? Like, are you trying to tell me that these super smart, genius, and freaking mutated monster monkeys just showed up randomly one day, and then these balloons, these sentient balloons that are smart enough to walk down these paths, just decided, let's fight, and then that's all they've been doing their whole life? I can't, like, there's no way that's the extent to the lore. So I
So,
delve a bit deeper.
what are the balloons doing?
All right, hear me out. So I have a few ideas for what the balloons are doing. All right. So my first idea is that the monkeys are fighting each other. All right. And those balloons, they're made by the monkeys, obviously, because it's balloons. That's a man-made thing, right?
But they're
So
made out of rubber.
exactly, that's what I'm saying. The monkeys harvest the rubber, make these little balloon robots, and then they send them into the other balloon cities to try and kill them. All right, this is blood is being shed. Monkey blood is being shed. Balloon blood is being popped. Okay,
Oh, dang.
exactly. So they put some freaking hardware, some AI in there. They send the balloons out to go and like take over whatever facilities they have, and then they gotta pop them. So they send out the buff monkeys, the freaking ninjas and wizards and superheroes to pop those suckers.
So, do you have any, other theories about these monkeys? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
how
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
monkeys have their powers and stuff?
Yeah, 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 yeah. So, so the super monkeys, you think that in this universe there's just Superman, and not only that, but there's just an infinite amount of Superman monkeys that can just show up? Like, we're not on fucking Krypton, we're in Monkey Land, okay? And even that's insane. So my thought was genetic modification. All right, I believe that these monkeys can create genetic enhancements for themselves to actually like strengthen themselves to kill the balloons. Have you seen some of those blimps are insanely strong and they need some beefy monkeys? Like those things are tough to pop. So, and then on my first thought was the boomerang monkey. With the boomerang monkey, yes, you can choose the path where he just gets trained in the way of the shuriken as to make himself stronger, but there's also the cybernetic boomerang, and he has a metal robotic arm that super throws boomerangs. So that's the first obvious case of genetic modification. Those guys, they don't naturally have metal robot arms. They're freaking attaching all these enhancements to themselves. And then with the super monkeys, they get laser goggles. So these monkeys are enhancing their bodies just to fight these efforts. So these freaking balloons and monkeys are fighting with genetic warfare.
If I
And
would
then,
add,
yeah,
there's like a buccaneer monkey, and like first you start out with like a basic like wooden ship, but the more you evolve it, you can get like a freaking like battleship, like metal and stuff.
I know, it's crazy. These monkeys, they're like jumping through time zones. They have ancient wizards that study the arcane forces and can summon tempest tornadoes at their will. And then they have frickin' dart monkeys shooting medieval catapults. And then they have ninjas with frickin' smoke bombs and distraction and flashbangs and like jujitsu mastery. And then you have the buccaneer monkey that has like an aircraft carrier that has planes on it. And then you have like World War II planes. And then you have the submarine with a nuclear reactor. These monkeys are utilizing the best weapons from across our history, our past, our present, and our future. A lot of the stuff they have, we haven't even come close to developing. They, because in Bloons Tower Defense 6, the newer one, I don't know if it's the newest, not only do they have all the old monkeys, they've unlocked new ones. There's the Necromancer Wizard, there's the frickin' Batman. You can get Batman for the Super Monkey, and he can teleport. Like, it shows how much they are evolving. In Bloons Tower Defense 1, all you had was like a cannon, a tack shooter, a dart monkey, maybe some ice monkeys, some pineapple grenades. They barely had anything. Now they have teleportation. They have superheroes. They have freaking flamethrowers and brute explosives, and they got everything, okay? They're evolving, they're growing in strength and power as we speak. But then that's not only for the monkeys. The balloons are getting stronger too. Because
Oh,
again,
to add to that, I just
go
thought of
ahead.
something. So, like, these balloons, you say they're like weapons of some sort. That would
Yes,
actually make sense if they were like robots inside of them or something, because they can be like distracted with like smoke bombs from the ninja monkey.
exactly. Flashbangs. They can get distracted by flashbangs. But why would robots get distracted by flashbangs? Which leads to my third theory, that they're actual living creatures. What if the balloons are wildlife? Because in the balloons tower defense town creating game, I forget the name of it, where you create your own balloon town, you have to unlock new areas of land by fighting different balloons. So what if the balloons are just natural spawning creatures? And that's why they're distracted by things like flashbangs. And that's why they can get killed because they're not robots, they're living creatures. And the monkeys aren't sending them at each other, they're actually fighting them to gain supremacy like the humans in the wildlife of our world. And then they grow in size and strength, which supports both theories. It could be different animals, it could be just stronger breeds of the animal, or it could be experimentation with the scientific balloon creationists. They could be experimenting first. They had the red balloon. Then they're like, what if we put two layers? And they color coded it with blue. And then they do more and more. The zebra balloons are literally a combination of the black and white balloon. They're experimenting, they're creating new beings. They got the lead balloon that has metal studs and screws. They have the ceramic balloon that has to be crafted. And then in Balloons Tower Defense 6, they introduced two new balloons. They got the big purple blimp and the metal camo blimp. It is a stealth bomber, okay? So it's hard to decide whether they're natural spawning creatures or whether this is freaking balloon warfare between countries of monkeys.
So, Logan,
Yeah,
you may not have an answer for this, but what do you think the monkey money is that you use to spend on like getting your monkeys out onto the battlefield? What do you think that is?
that's an interesting question because in Balloons Tower Defense battles, you can upgrade your monkeys with these medallions. And I think that would be the equivalent of just like national currency. You get your national currency, you can increase the funds to create better people.
So
But
your
the
monkey is
in-game,
your military?
I believe so.
That
But
makes
the
sense.
in-game currency is a bit different because in Bloons Tower Defense battles, it's simpler because you make a certain income of money. So that's just fundings getting sent into you at a constant rate. And then it also supports the genetic balloon, like sciency theory, because you can send balloons specifically at other people. But then the other games are different because you get money after each round, but you also get money for killing balloons. So does that mean that are you harvesting stuff from the balloons? Or if they are living creatures, are you selling stuff like the balloons parts? Or is it almost like maybe those are things you have to hunt and you get given money, like almost like this is a test that's training maybe for actual balloon warfare. So they're like, you pop a balloon, you get more funding towards your program, so they give you some money. I don't know. There's so many more possibilities for the finer details of the game.
So is that all you have to say?
That is, as far as now, the main theories that I have for the Balloons Tower Defense series. There's so many possibilities for what the balloons could be, what the monkeys could be crafting, and also how the different games show the different theories in their better light. There could also be the scenario that each game is its own world, own universe. Bloons Tower Defense Battles could be the future, could be the past, it could be just a different place
Maybe
than
each
Bloons Tower
battle
Defense
is
6.
like a start of a new universe because they keep building up the balloons, like, each game you start.
That's possible. Personally, I don't think that's the case. It is possible, anything's possible. We have had a decent amount of games in this series. All right, the six Bloons Tower Defense games plus battles and the town creator. But I feel like there is a much larger opportunity and many more games to come that might lead us to some better answers for this crazy funny monkey series.
Thank you for coming out here and explaining your theories of the Balloons Tower Defense universe.
No problem. I do have to say, I don't know how you got my number, and I will be asking you never to call me again.